When a veteran's home became unlivable after a fire, he began sleeping in a tent in his yard. To say his neighbors didn't like it is a bit of an understatement, and the community let him know just how they felt about it. Walter Flanagan, a 73-year-old Vietnam veteran, moved into his father's HENRICO County, Virginia home to take care of his dad before he passed away. The West End home had its problems, but due to financial challenges, Walter wasn't able to make necessary upgrades. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day. Now, back to the story. Sadly, this resulted in a fire and even more financial difficulties for the veteran, who eagerly began his service to his country by joining the US Navy at just 17 years old. Since the house used fuses and Walter hadn't upgraded the electrical system, the insurance company would not cover the damage following the blaze. Suffering a fire after his dad's passing left Walter overwhelmed. The task of getting the house back in living condition, especially with financial constraints and the massive accumulation of items his dad collected over the years, would not be a small task.
Every morning I'd get up, come in here, look at the mess that I had, and say, oh my, what's gonna happen?
Not having many options, he began sleeping in a tent that he pitched outside on the property. But neighbors apparently didn't approve.
And I was staying in a tent out in the backyard, and everybody was in a state of panic about that, and I made it through that snowstorm.
Indeed, once HENRICO County building inspectors learned how the veteran was getting by while trying to repair his house, they knew something needed to be done. Luckily, the community agreed, and in Walter's own words,
"It's just amazing what's happened since then."
John Butler, a supervisor with the building inspections department, reached out to a few churches, which provided some nights in a local hotel. Then, a local man stepped in to pay for another 10 days. Butler said college students came in and helped clean the kitchen where the fire started too, and the good deeds just kept rolling in. After Drew Bayan's family business ServPro was contacted, the company donated their services and put out the call to other contractors to help finish the job. Initially, crews cleared the fire damage and other items from the home and made sure there wasn't any mold inside. Next, a generator was brought in to power a lamp and heater for one room, where space had been cleared for Walter to sleep. He would be warm and safe, but there was still a lot of work to be done. Walter had a warm place to sleep, but no running water or electricity throughout the remainder of the house. He still needed the electrical system upgrade and roofing work too. And the kitchen was in need of new cabinets, flooring, sheetrock, and paint. That didn't sit well with the members of the community.
Wouldn't think it would be anything at all for everyone to kind of come together and get this done for him so he can have a nice, clean house to live in.
Said Bayan, whose ServPro company had already donated about $10,000 worth of services at the time. He hoped others would join in to help a man who gave so much for our country, and he wasn't disappointed. Neighbors stepped up once again, and the response was overwhelming. For weeks, companies and volunteers eagerly pitched in almost daily to completely restore the veteran's home, stock the cabinets with food, furnish the kitchen with shiny new appliances, and of course, provide the much-needed update to the electrical system.
It was amazing. We had more than 20 or 30 companies step up and help out, and that was the only way really to get this done in this amount of time.
Bon Rafield's Butler, who initially got the ball rolling, added,
"There's so much negativity in the world and in the news, and so to have a positive story like this happen is uplifting."
And to look at the lengthy list of helpers shows us just how much positivity is out there. ABC Supply, Allstate Electric Artistic Stone, Thomas Somerville Plumbing Supply, Van Andrews Plumbing, Capital One, Capital Waste Services, Chaz Prang, Derbyshire Baptist Church, Says Box, Garrett Haggard, HENRICO County Hungerford Heating and Air, Noah Butler, Noah Taylor, Professional Firefighters Chimney Sweep, Radford Interiors, ServPro of Chesterfield, Shady Grove Methodist Church, Sherwin Williams, United Roofing, Village Flooring. With a huge smile, Walter cut the ribbon to his newly restored home, and what he found was more than he ever expected.
What they've done in this house is just, it's like a complete, total renovation. You just look and you say, wow, I just don't believe this happened.
Stunned by the generosity of his community.
It's hard to express how grateful I am. It really is, because I never expected I would get this kind of help. They help with the cleaning process, and some people help with painting in here. There were some people there are a few people that made contributions anonymously, and I I don't know, it just gives you faith in humanity again.
Walter Flanagan said he will long remember the generosity of his community, and we hope others will too. With tens of thousands of homeless veterans identified across our country, at least one is now warm and safe thanks to neighbors who didn't like the thought of a man who gave so much, having so little. Companies who are often accused of greed prove there are generous hearts in many business owners. What looked like an impossible task for one man was light work when volunteers joined forces, reminding us how communities should be of service to their neighbors, especially when that neighbor selflessly served his country. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone who may find it interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.